Hey, what's up, guys? This is TBone here. Welcome to another stream here, and today we've got a new rift. Okay, so we've got a new rift here, and let's take a look at the new rift that's available here. We've got another 3 minutes actually for the red one, and I wanted to talk about this before it stops, and basically kind of talk about the boss here and the quick strategy around it. So this particular boss has two totems that you're gonna have to deal with, mainly because it will deal a lot. Basically, you will deal less damage to it because there is a lot of damage reduction on the boss, depending on the number of totems that are available. So this is the red one. This is the first one that was available since they introduced the update. And you'll notice that your team is probably not dealing a lot of damage to it. And so you want to bring in teams that can do area of effect damage, like AoE damage. And this is a strategy that you can employ by taking out the totems first. Once you take out the totems, the boss actually doesn't have a whole lot of health. And so you'll be able to take it out relatively easily with a good damage dealer. So in my case, I'm going to be using Xena as the main damage dealer to take out the boss afterwards. So we'll take a look at this particular fight here and see how this strategy works out. Okay, so here Finnbor will actually work really well because Finnbor does two things. Finnbor will remove one positive status from the enemy when he attacks them, and so you can see this set of bosses, like, they actually give themselves a lot of boost. Okay, and the second thing is it'll attack everybody, and then it also deals more damage the more positive status there is on the boss. So everything here makes it so that Finnbor can really benefit from it. And I'm also using Gojmir here to deal a really good, like, single damage. So you can see here we're targeting the totems, and now we're just dealing with the boss here. The main boss will revive the totems if you let her, but since we've managed to take out the totems early, we're probably going to take it out beforehand. But we can see we actually did lose Xena early, so I didn't actually expect to see that. So this is going to be an interesting one. So we may actually have a difficult time here. So we'll see. Right. The main thing is we want to get rid of the totems as early as possible, and so that's going to depend on whether or not I'll be able to take him out with a Finnbor's attack here. So if we can take out with Finnbor's attack, we took out one at least, right? And so because they can't recharge, that's the goal, and now Finnbor can go ahead and do some attacks. Xena would have been it, but Xena unfortunately died early. I don't even know how that happened, but I think just based on the health remaining on the boss here, we should be okay, right? But this is the strategy. You want to do AoE attacks. You want to make sure that your units can take out the totems, and then you should be good. And then I think at the end of this fight, we're actually going to carry over into the next rift, which is kind of what I wanted to show. I wanted to show the green rift as well, but I thought that before we switch over, we could take a look at the red one. And so this was level 15, battle 15, I think, and the 15th battle is a relatively good sort of level to balance, like, getting the small dust, medium dust, and in this case we got a big red dust, which is good. All right, so now we've switched over. Okay, so this rift is now done, I think, or at least I think in just like less than a minute. Yeah, so now the rift is done. It'll open in 3 days. The blue one's gonna open in 23 hours, and amber next one, and the purple hills after it. So it's gonna rotate. It'll keep rotating. So now we're back. Now we're on to the green dust. Okay, so before we go on, I'll just kind of show you. I managed to get enough to get Ketra up to 3 stars here. So that means if we take a look at Awakening, at 3 stars, what you're getting is a total of 10% increase in attack, health, and defense, and an additional 15% in critical damage. So because I was able to get the critical damage, one of the things I took out here was my critical damage glove, and I put in additional defense here. So you can see my defensive value is at 4,500. Before it was maybe like 38, and then I had like 170% critical damage, and so I'm still trying to balance between the two. But so far I think that this is actually doing okay. Like I can actually do pretty good damage, and then now I can use Ketra directly in this level too. And so we're going to start at 1, all right? And if you remember, the green star's sister will burn mana. Okay, so whenever she uses her skill, will burn mana, and then deals more damage. Like if you lose your units, she will deal more damage, and then she's going to provide soul link and everything, and invisible for first couple turns, so you can't kill the boss right away. The boss is going to, like, you know, draw out the fight, so to speak. And so there are ways for you to get rid of that. You can use for example, Guinevere is one I can think of immediately, but then there's also Chloe. Chloe is another one that would be able to take out you know, take out the positive status of the enemy. Like, you want to get rid of that if you can, right? And this one's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to be using Ketra here, and I think I do want to get a couple of I'll probably use, I mean, right now I don't really need to worry about it too much, but I will use Ketra as my main damage dealer. Like, she could probably one shot pretty easily, and I'll put in Street Block here, and I feel like I could just do this. I feel like I could do that. At this level, I don't need Guinevere. I don't need to worry about heal just yet. And so we'll just use Premislav. So I've gone Premislav 1-star, Streetbog 1-star, and Ketra 3-star so far. And then with the green ones, I'm going to focus on doing Vigo. Vigo is going to be the way to go. So King Dragon, welcome to the stream here, and Requiem 189. Thank you for joining me over from Twitch. So right now I'm multicasting. I'm multicasting on YouTube as well as Twitch. So thanks for joining me here. All right, let's go ahead and do our fights. So the goal here is to get to 20, right? And not going to get to 20 in the stream here. I think I'm really just going to be talking about the boss, talking about like some strategies here. And, you know, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to awaken Vigo. Some of the, and like, you know, you want to awaken your green heroes so that you can help you with your Rift. So if you're having a hard time with Rift now, since they've updated it, right? So it's harder. You definitely want to make sure that you are, you definitely want to make sure you're looking at awakening your heroes so that you could, so you can get past it. I think that's going to be the way to go. All right, so here's the challenge, right? So like, I basically can't kill the boss for 2 turns. So I think it's probably best if I just bring in somebody that can take out that positive boost, right? Otherwise, I'm just gonna be wasting a lot of time. Like right now, I can't kill it, and I don't have anything to get rid of the boost. So this is going to be a time sink, right? And so the next thing let's do is let's put in a hero that will actually be effective. Like right now, I'm so fast that the boss is just going to be waiting, right? So it's going to be taking a while for her to actually get to a turn. So this is just a big waste of time. So we need to get something in there. In the meantime, let's go ahead and let the community know. Apologies for the quietness for a second. You can. All right, so let's go back and take a look here. Yeah, so finally we got rid of her, and that was way longer than we need to. Like that took almost 2 minutes, right? So the first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and change this up, right? Like I feel like, let's see, I think I talked about using Chloe. Chloe is one that we could use that gets rid of the positive status, but I think I might have Chloe in my storage. Right, so Chloe will remove a positive status from all enemies. So will Guinevere. So let's go ahead and do this. Can't remember who else removes. Positive status, but for now we'll use Chloe. But I do need to equip Chloe as well because she is equipped. So that's good. Let's go ahead and do that. David Becker, how free-to-play friendly is Gemstone Legends? Little to no spending. I would say it is very friendly to free-to-play players. I got quite a few players in my guild that is free-to-play. A lot of people that, you know, spend very little, and the idea here is you don't have to chase the strongest boss heroes. You don't have to chase the strongest cards. You can use a lot of really easy to obtain cards and do really well. So you can see here, like I have one of my strongest cards is one that is completely free to obtain. Okay, and so What I would say is definitely compared to Legendary Game of Heroes, this is a much cheaper game to play. You can talk to anybody that's playing this game right now, and they will tell you the same thing. Okay, so you don't have to take it from me. I definitely feel that it is way more free-to-play friendly, and there are other people that will probably agree with me as well. King Dragon has also people in his guild that are very much free-to-play, and so far I think they've all been doing a really good. They've all been enjoying it, and they're really enjoying themselves. So Chloe did actually a pretty good job at taking out everybody there, so that's good. So I think just a matter of getting. Yeah, see, right now we just need to get her skill to be activated, and I think what will be faster here is if we apply burn, right? If we can apply burn or something, then like even if we don't attack on her turn, she'll die. But you can see like how much faster it is just by removing that. Like you need to remove it. You have to remove that, at least in the early game, right? So it is a positive status. Okay, invincible is a positive status. So bring in a hero that can take it out, and then you don't have to waste time like it. And so David Baker, if you're going to download the game, I have a, if you're going to download the game, use the link that's in my description of my video. It'll take you to the download page for the game. And then after you play through the tutorial, I have a code that you can follow here, hashtag TBone hashtag. If you do that, you're also going to get $50 worth of in-game rewards, including an epic hero and also gems and all the good stuff. So absolutely no obligations required there, like no catches or anything like that. It's just a promotional code that is a personal code for me as a content creator that you can use for your benefits. Ronnie Levis here in the middle and extremely playable. Yeah, so it is definitely a it has a good balance. I mean, like, it offers you a lot of opportunities to spend if you want to, and it's honestly a spend however much you want. And it's not a model where you have to feel like you have to spend every week just to keep up. It's not about spending to keep up, but it's really like if you wanted to go faster, if you wanted to get ahead, if you like to open a lot of scrolls to, like, you know, get the latest and the greatest hero, like there's opportunities to do that. But if you want to, you know, explore the game on your own pace and do well, this game really rewards, you know, playing at your pace, and lots of ways to get rewards. I think it's really good. So Chloe is turning out to be a really good card for me right now. She's also dealing enough damage to take out the mobs, so that's good. And so I'm just kind of going through the first few levels right now. Like, the goal here is, you know, we're going to get to a point where it's going to get difficult, but I think with this boss, it's really just about getting rid of the invincible. Once you can get the invincible, because the boss is not like that tanky, right? It's really about the fact that with invincible, you're essentially drawing out the fight. And when you draw out the fight, let's do this. When you draw out the fight, then you are going to be, you know, allowing the boss to deal more damage to you. And so at a later level, I would assume that if you can't take out the boss quickly enough, you might need a healer or something just to keep it so that you don't end up powering up the boss more. This is a great challenge. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to, you know, one of the things I really enjoy doing is just, like, you know, provide as much information as I could. And this is the best way I can do so. So Fire at Aiden, what are the large dusts for? So the dust, so the various different dusts, like the sizes, large, small, medium, they are for different stages of awakening. So I will show you after this fight where you would use a large dust. So let's go ahead and take out the boss, and I will show you. So we're going to use Chloe's skill, and then we can take out with Gojimir. Some really amazing epic heroes. Like, you know, one of the things I would say too is, if you're coming from Legendary Game of Heroes, you're probably going to be in this mindset where you need to get the highest tier level in order to compete. But honestly, that's just not the same here in this game. It's really about, you know, using your characters with its ability at the right time. And this is a rare hero that you don't have to spend money for, and one of my best ones. And Streetbog is a hero that is obtainable for free in the game just by playing. So if you take a look at Awakening, okay, so you can see here, I have Streetbog, which is a legendary hero at 1 star. To get to 2-star Awakening, now I need 8 medium stars. Okay, so it tells me that I need medium stars in dust in order to awaken. And then at a certain level, I'm going to need large dust. And so if you take a look at my Ketra, so Ketra is now 3-star awakened, and I still need medium stars. And in fact, I feel like if I farm on the moon dust, I should be able to get her to 4-star. I believe to get to 5 stars and 6 stars, you're going to need to use the large dust. So I think you use the small dust for the first awakening, and I think you use the small dust for the first awakening, and that's it. And you use medium awakening for the 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star, and you use the large dust for the 5-star and 6-star awakening. And so the way you would want to do is you can always just farm on small if you wanted to. So you can see here, I have 71 small dust. I can actually convert that to 10 medium dust. And then if I needed to, I can convert 10 medium dust to, I can go from 71 small dust to 7 mediums. And if I have 19 here, I can get 1 big star dust out of it. And so the big dust is for later awakening. Right. So over time, what you're going to do is you're going to start awakening more and more, and then you're just going to use larger size dust to get to that point. And at 6 stars, so the awakening, this is the way awakening works as well. You can take a look in the awakening section, and the total boost you're going to get for Ketra is you're going to get attack boost 4 times, health boost 4 times, and defense boost 4 times. Each time you're going to get 5%. And so after everything is said and done, once you reach 5 stars, you're going to have 20% attack boost, 20% health boost, and 20% defense boost. And then for Ketra, what the game team has decided is that critical damage is sort of like her main skill that you want to develop. And so at 6 stars, you're going to get a total of 30% critical damage boost. And the reason why you see a critical damage at 3 stars is because she's a rare hero. When you obtain her, she starts at 3 stars. So if you can get your awakening up to 3 stars, you get the first half of that boost. And then once you get to 6 stars, you're going to get the second half. A legendary hero, which is like, Streetbog, for example, starts at 5 stars. Okay. And so you see that for him, his main stats is health. So you're going to get his 20% health boost at 5 stars, and then once more at 6 stars, so for a total of 40% health boost. And everything else, attack, health, defense, is staple. You're going to get 20% boost for all of them. This is the same for all heroes, but what's different is going to be the main stat that you're going to get: health, defense, critical damage, attack, etc. So big is going to be for about 5 to 6 star awakening. That is correct. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going on the rift here. So like the first few levels really are not going to be too difficult. And I think what's nice here is you are offered the chance to do the conversion. And it's not a huge, requirement either. 10 small ones to get to a medium one. That means if you're not strong enough to really go after like the really high level rift yet, just stick on like levels 1 and 2, and you just like keep farming. Like this is where grinding will get rewarded, right? Like you're not guaranteed to get a small dust every single time, because you're still going to get scrolls. Sometimes you get scrolls, and I don't know if you get potions. So you're not always going to get dust, but let's say you do, right? 10 battles later, you're going to have enough for a medium if you need to, right? But before you get to a point, you are going to use your small dust to at least do 1 awakening. And then as you awaken your heroes, they're going to get stronger. So what you do is you pick your best heroes, you go and you develop them, and then you just keep going, right? So this is one of those games where, you're going to feel the progression over time. It is not an instant gratification type game where, in some cases you can. Like you can just, splurge and buy everything you need, but you still need the time, and you still need to collect the required items to really sort of get that progression. And so you actually do get rewarded by playing smart, playing patient, and planning ahead. I like it. I like it for that reason. I can use a hero that I really enjoy, and I can use it anytime I want for as many weeks as I want, right? There isn't a concept of hero of the week, right? So it's not like, oh, this hero is going to be like stronger than everything else, and in order to obtain that particular hero, you need to spend money to get it, and then after you spend money to get that hero the following week, it's completely useless, right? There's no concept of that, right? What you like to use, build it up, you use it for the right occasion, right? So you do need to build different teams for different occasions, but that's the point. The point is, you know, you have an option to do something, and you don't have to, you know, chase the latest and greatest all the time, right? So for me, this is the model I like. This is the model that I enjoy, and there's constantly new ideas for what heroes you should use, you know, and you can see here, right? Like Chloe, is she a hero that most people would have used in general? Like, do people like that ability to remove a, you know, a positive status? Like, it may not be useful in all situations, but in this particular boss, it's awesome. King Dragon, do you lose Awakening if you ascend up? No, you don't. So I actually did that. I actually made a preview video for Awakening when, you know, I was on a test server, and I did a video about it. One of the very first things I answered was, you do not lose Awakening. So you can start Awakening as soon as you want. Okay, so if you have a hero that you like, it's, you know, it's a rare hero, it's at 3 stars, you haven't ascended it, go ahead and awaken it. If you know that's going to be a hero that you really want to go with, go ahead and send it, because you're going go ahead and awaken it, because you're going to get the boost you want. And then when you eventually ascend the hero to 4 star, 5 star, 6 stars, it goes with you. It stays with you as you're ascending. So this is the type of model where, you know, it's permanent. It's a permanent boost. You don't lose anything. And I think it's encouraged to, you know, go for your main team, like boost up your main team, get a super strong so that you can take on bigger and stronger bosses, and then expand out. Right? You're gonna, you know, this is just the first day that's released, right? So I'm not like feeling the need to get every single hero sent. Of course, I want to try and push as hard as I can, but I can do it in 5 days. I can come back and I can continue to work on Ketra. I'm gonna work on Najar. Like, there's a lot of red heroes I'm gonna work on. People who are having a hard time with rifts right now, focus on the heroes that you're having a difficult time with, right? Like, there's a balance. There's a balance here where you're going to get stronger. The reality is you're going to get so much stronger just through this, and so they're adjusting the difficulty for some of the levels as well. So let's see, what level are we at now? We are at battle 9. Okay, so we should start seeing some mediums pop up from time to time at this point, and we'll see at what point it's going to get too difficult. So let's see. So will the new rift portal be open permanently, or will it come in order? Yeah, so the new rift portal, they're going to rotate. So every day, one of the colors will be available. So right now, we just hit like a portal reset. What's funny is the portals open at a different time than the game reset, but you're gonna get one color open every day. So right now it's going to be green. 24 hours from now, blue is going to open up. The one that will be open all the time is the moon dust, the silver one. Okay, the silver one will be available all the time, every single day. And the reason for that is because you need that moon dust in order to awaken any hero. So if I wanted to awaken a green hero, I need green dust plus moon dust. Same thing for blue, same thing for red. Everything that you want to awaken will require moon dust. That's why the moon rift is available every single day, but the color one's only available for 24 hours at a time. Okay, so instead of a medium, we ended up getting like 4 small ones. So it's still pretty good. But I think really like around like 12 to 15-ish is where I think there's a good balance between, like, you know, smalls and mediums. And of course you want to try and push to 20 to maximize the number of large ones you're going to get. Right? Large ones, if you think about it, it's essentially 100 small dust for 1 large dust. If you do like a conversion, you're going to convert, you know, small ones to medium, right? 10 to 1, and then 10 mediums to 1 large. So it's 100 small dust to 1 large dust. So you definitely do at some point want to push up and get as many big dusts as you can, because it's just much faster, but you could still work your way up slowly if you wanted to. You're welcome. So I noticed that I realized that I mentioned in the official Discord chat, like you can check out my YouTube channel and Twitch page, but I didn't actually send the link. So let me go ahead and send the link here. So 1 second. Good thing is they don't embed it, so it doesn't like feel like it's too much of a spam. Okay, we got 2 mediums, right? So that's good. That's basically 20 small dust right there. And let's see, we do need to also farm on the moon dust, but let's take a look at Vigo. So now we're gonna go and try and awaken it. So you can see for the first awakening, an epic hero, you need 30 dust. For a rare hero, you need 35 small dust. So we need to farm a little bit more. And I think the best thing to do is actually probably drop down a little bit so that I'm not like, let's just do 9. Let's just do a bunch. See if we can quickly get some, and I'm going to do awakening. So like my goal here is I'm going to awaken Vigo first. The heroes I'm going to awaken are Vigo and Yabe, because those 2 are going to be important for me for Goliath 20. What I want to do is I want to take a look and see like how I'm doing now, because like they've adjusted the level for the regular rift. So a lot of people have said that it's much harder, and so I think, you know, I'll take a look and see what we need to do to adjust. King Dragon, do I suggest that new players try the new Portal Rift? Absolutely. I mean, why not, right? So the thing about these Rift is if you can do it, go ahead and do them. There's no harm done, right? It's not like if you do Awakening now, you're going to waste anything. I would say that, you know, for a new player, if you use my code, you're going to get Elador, right? If you awaken Elador, great, you're going to get some additional you know, health from him. Or you may want to awaken Elias, right? If you're a new player, you're going to get Elias as your rare hero and Elador as your epic hero, and that's going to help you. That's going to help you go through your campaigns, right? Like, you know, the goal is to get stronger, and it's essentially like a free way and a quick way to get stronger. So I don't see a reason why not. All right, let's take a look, right? Let's take a look and see now how we are going to do against this boss here. So I feel like I need to take out Lethai, and I might need to have a healer in here. If I remember correctly, I think what happened was a lot of people were saying that they die early. And so I could also put in Santos in there. But for now, I'm going to try this. So Yabe is a really good hero because what he does is he will cast, he hits everyone. And then there's a chance that he's going to cast his skill twice. But he will then cast vulnerability, which will cause everyone to take more damage from the special skill. Ruby will decrease their defense, which allows them to, which will allow them again to take more damage as well. So I think what's happening here is all the mobs are stronger. That's what it is, right? The mobs are much stronger now. And so by the time you can get to your boss, you're probably going to like lose a hero here and there. So we're going to, hopefully I don't lose Guinevere. So we're going to get a little bit of a heal. And so I might need to bring in I might need to bring in a green dragon just so I can heal my Guinevere. But we'll see. Like I think we should be okay here. So they just used a little bit of Rift, that's cool for you, but if you have a Neo Awaken system, you suppose you're going to get stronger than before. Yeah, so Fyra, I think that's the idea, is that as you get stronger, you're going to get to the point where you're stronger than before, for sure, right? Like, even just getting 1-star Awakened for your main team, you're already gaining 5% more health, attack, and everything. And I mean, like, let's say you're already maxed out, you can get this now without actually, you know, fidgeting with your equipment, which is going to cost gold and everything. So this is a free way to get the additional boost that you usually want to get. All right, so we are... Yeah, so here's the problem, right? Like, I'm not sure if the boss has increased resistance too, because I noticed that I couldn't get the decreased defense on him, and so I now need to focus fire on him, otherwise everyone's going to be attacking the totem. And Guinevere dies there. Yeah, so at Rift 20 he hits harder for sure, right? Like, and also the problem is the mobs were harder. So this is where we're gonna have to experiment and play around. Yeah, you can see like everyone is taking more hits. He's tanking more. He's definitely a lot harder now, and so we're just gonna have to work our team. We're gonna have to work on our team to build him up, and that's okay. To me, like, I'm okay with it, because right now I'm actually going to spend more time farming on the other Rift anyway, right? So it's going to become like an end game content for me to build my team back up to the point where I can take him out. Yeah, so definitely has higher defense and more attack, right? So we're taking more damage for sure. And keep in mind that these units are mostly level 50, and we're talking like level 20 Rift here. We're talking like end game Rift that is supposed to give you the best gear in the game. And so the fact that I was able to get to this, they've adjusted it, but they've given me a way to get stronger without having to go full on level 60. So I think that's a reasonable balance. So having like sort of seen that now, let's go back to the Rift here. Let's go ahead and farm a little bit, and then I'll jump into the Moon Forest and I'll talk about a strategy there as well. So let's see. What I mentioned, Elidor, since you sacrifice someone with Awaken and use material, you're going to lose. So like with Elidor, I would say that, you know, if you're starting out, you're honestly not going to be getting him to, you're not going to get him to a point where you can fuse Guinevere for a while, right? So I think getting a little bit of dust now, I mean, getting 30 dust is probably like 30 minutes, like an hour's worth of work here if you just kind of farm on level 1, 2, 3. Get a 1-star awaken so that you can get stronger for all of your fights later. I don't think that's a bad loss, right? Like, I don't know that you want to get Elidor, a hero that you want to sacrifice for Guinevere, like 6-star awaken. That is going to be a waste. But I think that, you know, if you're just starting out, you're probably going to end up getting him as your default hero to awaken anyway, and so I don't think it's too much lost. No Love Lost, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. And let's see, the game isn't too bad. It really is enjoyable. I highly recommend you download it and give it a shot. And like I was telling people, if you're going to download the game, use the link that's in my description of the video. Okay. Once you download the game, play through the tutorial, and use my code to get yourself a nice little gift. You just have to do it fast because the code does expire. That's the thing. The code expires. It's nothing I can control, but it is something that you get free items for free. And Requiem, you can also fuse another Elidor as well. That is also a very good point. Yeah, so like you can also fuse for 4 million gold. At that point, like you should be able to earn that much to do so anyway. Papa Poi, it did seem harder. I was wondering why you couldn't auto win the Rift. Yeah, like they've juiced it up for sure, right? Like I'm not sure how much impacted the people who were already at the top level, who were easily doing this. I think for me, I got to a point where my teams were just on the edge. Like I wasn't doing it like super fast. My green heroes still need a lot of work, but definitely, you know, with the recent changes, it's not a walk in the park for me anymore, right? And so to me, that just means that I need to work on it a little bit more, right? And there's a lot of strategies out there. There's a lot of ideas, and this just gives us more ways to test out things and you know, try out different strategies. All right, let's go back to the moon dust now. What's the best place? Like, I'm actually like in need of small dust right now, so I feel like I don't want to do ones that are too, like, you know, too high up. And with this one, you want to block heal. So with a moon dust, what you're going to find is at a later level, the boss is just going to keep healing to the point where it's just like a stalemate. Like, let's say you're bringing the healer and then you're healing, she's healing, everybody's healing, and eventually you don't go anywhere, right? So you need to block her heal. That's the first thing. And then you need to be able to deal a lot of damage so that you could take it out. Because even if you block the heal, the totems can dispel it. The totems will dispel it and eventually will heal her up. And so you can't drag on the fight. You still need to deal as much damage as you can. And so take your biggest damage dealer and then just, you know, go for it. At a you know, early levels, like, it's not going to be too big of a problem. Like you can see, we can go really fast here. But definitely, you know, you don't want to draw it out. All right, so let's keep going for a little bit here. And I guess, like, I'm probably not going to be able to get to a point where I can finish the dust I need to awaken Vigo. That's sort of my hope. I don't think I'm going to get there, but I just wanted to show you, like, the various different rift here. And, you know, my thoughts are, I love it. I love this update. The fact is, whether you are free to play, if you're cheap to play, or if you are a spender, you have a place regularly to farm for things that can build up your favorite hero, right? It's your choice which hero you want to go for, whatever your main team is. You have a way to get it to 6 stars, right? You can get a nice bump to your main stats. You can get 20% attack, health, and defense boost to all your heroes, right? And then, you know, you can constantly do an upgrade, and you're doing this through play. I don't know why, you know, like, there are people that don't like it, but honestly, personally, I think it's a great update. So let's see. So Fire Aiden, you couldn't get up to level 15. Yeah, so let's see how high I can get. Let's see how I can get with this after this one. I think I'm on 6 right now, so it's super easy. Let's push up and see if we can get this up to 20 then. Let's push on the Moon Rift. Yeah, let's push on the Moon Rift and see. I also have a couple of videos, guys. You know, split into 2, where I did a preview of the Rift using the test server. So I did 3 in one, 3 in the other. I will come up with a individual video afterwards for, you know, like, how do you deal with individual Rift? Like, what's the best strategy? You know, like, how do you get to the get past the top level? So keep an eye out for that. I will be working on that over the next few weeks. Try and get it as quick as I can, but it takes time to make videos. All right, so let's try and see. I don't remember how high I got already. So I managed to push up to. Did I already push up to 20? Hey, look at that. I think I did. Okay, so I managed 20. 20 is where I got to, and I couldn't finish it. So let's take a look. Let's take a look and see if this setup works. Now, one thing I could do is I'm going to try putting in Jasper here. Forget what his leader is. Accuracy. So accuracy, I don't need that right now. Okay, let's try it. Let's try going with speed. I might need. Let's see. One thing I could consider doing is, so, like, Arlen also has heal block. Let's try this and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we'll switch it out. King Dragon, do I do a daily routine for play, for campaigns, Rift, etc.? So the first thing I do is I do my daily task, right? Like, there's a daily quest, super easy to go through. You just, you know, it's really easy to level up 3 levels, because you can level up literally a level 1 player, and then you just, like, put in a dummy or put in some, like, you know, 1-star heroes, and you can get that done. Upgrade your artifact 3 times. It's just 3 attempts. You don't have to actually upgrade it 3 times. And then, you know, defeat enemies. And I'm always farming anyway. So, like, all of these things are super easy. That's the first thing I do. And make sure I get through all of my my daily quest. And then, obviously, I go through my raid boss. And now I think this is going to be a daily routine for me to farm on you know, farm on the moon dust and the star dust of the color of the day. Right, that's going to be for sure the thing I'm going to be working on. And then arena is one that I I try to keep up in arena. I can show you this afterwards. I'm currently in gold 2, although I'm sort of in jeopardy of dropping down to gold 1. So that's to gold 3. So I do try to keep up with my arena fights as well. Although it's getting a little bit tougher now. The opponents are a little bit harder for me to just easily take out. So we can take a look at that as well. Fire on level 14 took you 50 minutes to get past the level because of the heal skill. So yeah, like bring in the purple dragon so that you could block the heal, and then once you do that, then try to take out the boss as quickly as you can. The thing is, it's really about how quickly you can take it out. I think right now a couple more hits and I should be good, so I can actually take it out before the totems have a chance to dispel. So yeah, so I was able to get past level 20 at this point. Let's see how long it took me though. So then once you have a team that can take out a level 20 rift, then the next step is to optimize. So I got this in 2 minutes and 6 seconds. So then the next step is figuring out, okay, so how do I get this to be even faster? But so far, Goatmeer seems to be working well. All right, so that's the Moon Rift, and then Arena has a new update as well. So now instead of seeing 10 opponents, you now see 5. But you can get that. You can get the other. I think you get the other keys from daily. Yeah, here. So if you summon 5 heroes from scrolls, you're going to get 5 PvP tokens here as well. And so this is what I was talking about, right? So here's one that says level a hero with XP dummies 3 times. It just means 3 levels. It doesn't mean you have to do it 3 times. You just have to bump up a hero 3 levels. And so what I've done is, I take a look at a epic hero that I haven't had a chance to level up, and I say, is there one that I want to level up? And here's Urine. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Urine. Oh, she's already currently in progress. So let's take a look at another one. Torval. I haven't upgraded Torval at all. And I can just throw a dummy in here that's going to give me a nice boost. Right, 9 levels. Let's go ahead and apply. And then that is, 1 down already, right? So we already managed to get 1 quest done. And then summon 5 heroes from scrolls. Do I have enough space? I have space. And so what I've been doing with the summoning, I've been summoning using the silver scrolls. Because what I do is I take the 2 stars and I level them up. I already got them. Yeah, so you got this already. All right, so what I do is I take the 2-star heroes and then I max level them to 20. And I like to do this on Fallen Leaf Woods, because no, not Fallen Leaf Woods, on Sacred Grove, because I can get copies of Floki, so I can use him to do other sacrificial updates. So you can see here, like, and what I do is I would then upgrade my 3-star heroes to 4 stars, and then I ascend them using the 2-star heroes, which are down here. So I have a bunch that are 3 stars. They're just kind of waiting to be used for ascension, right? So it's just a matter of planning, and once you have a rhythm going, it's actually not too bad. Okay. Should we take a look at an arena fight? Let's see, how long do I have? Probably have another 10 minutes or so before I need to sign off. Hey, we have an easy one, so let's go ahead and take this one. All right, because where am I at right now? I'm at 24-26. So this one, I don't really need this. I just need to deal damage. I can do this, I guess. With a healer and a street bog. Hey, my street bog is faster. All right, so let's see. So let's go ahead and do this. Although I kind of left a street bog the ability to use his skill, but that's okay. All right, so I probably should have just brought in. I didn't even think. I should have brought in green heroes, to be honest. But I think I should be okay with my Xena and my Nora. So we're going to take out Streebok first, because what I don't like is I don't like using my skills on oh my gosh, I mismatched. I don't like using my skills on Guinevere, and then Guinevere basically heals, right? So I don't want to have to do that. It's kind of like a little bit of a waste. And now let's go ahead and use our skills on Guinevere. She's going to heal herself, and then we can go ahead and do it again. And then this is why I bring in a dark purple dragon, so that I could prevent the heal. Okay, so you prevent the heal, then you're all good. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and do this, and we'll... I was kind of hoping to be able to match the blue gems for Streetbog, but we'll just wait for one turn, and then that's fine. So then we'll get we'll be able to finish this this fight, and then move on to the next one. I mean, having only 5 enemies, it really what they really done is they took the 10 that you normally would get and then split it to 2, and so then when you refresh, you're not going to see like the same people, right? They're trying to reduce the number of times that you see the same opponents. And so let's see. Whenever I look at Cassia, I always kind of get a little nervous, right? So let's see. We've also got Draenor. I don't like teams that deal damage to all enemies. I kind of prefer ones that do single damage. And this one, let's see. Kusai has vulnerability and poison, so if I don't have something that dispels, it's going to cause me problems. But we can probably do this, right? So this is going to require me to change it a little bit. So I'm not going to bring in Nora. So let's change this up a little bit. So we're going to bring this. We're going to bring Sigil. Sigil, and let's see. So we've got so we're going to bring in Martin. Okay, so Martin, and then I need 2 attackers. One of them is going to be Xena, and the other one's going to be Ketra. And I can use Sigil to... I can't heal everyone. What kind of dragon does he have? So it's got the... Okay, so Burning. So I think it'll be smarter if I simply do... What's best? Do I want to bring in Guinevere here? So Guinevere for the heal, right? Because I think poison is going to impact me. Burn's going to impact me. I'm bringing Sigil to cleanse. And let's see. So there's 2 units that will impact me the most. I don't think I need Guinevere. I think I just go with Sigil to... I think I go with just Sigil is good enough, right? Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we can go ahead and use Streetbog here. And let's see, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so couldn't get Martin to activate, but let's see, could I just go ahead and take out Kusai? No, her special ability didn't, her critical damage didn't kick in. Okay, so now sort of like an issue here. So I'm expecting that I'm going to get hit with, because it's going to be Kusai's turn. I'm expecting to get hit by her special ability. Let's do this. Okay, at least for this turn, she will not be able to do anything, right? So if we can just keep her skill, so no red gem smash. Okay, so we're good. I think that was sort of like the main issue that I wanted to avoid, is getting hit with Kusai's special, and then now we can. I wish I was able to get Streetbog's skill going, but we're gonna go ahead and do this first. All right, so let's see. 1, 2. I can get Ketra, and we'll have to do this for Streetbog. Okay, so now we're going to get hit by vulnerability, and then now we have to deal with Alexander's skill, but I think we're okay. So I'm going to do this first. I don't have an AoE attack, so let's go ahead and cleanse everything here. Okay, one, 2, 3. Okay, we'll go ahead and activate here. We still got a lot of turns, so we're going to 1, 2, 3. Oh, you gotta go now? I just saw your message, so thanks a lot for joining, Firet. Enjoy. Okay, so we got 1 turn left. Ketra will be able to go next. Ketra can go now. Okay. And so go 1, 2. Do one more. Okay. I'm getting a little. My game is getting a little bit slow. I feel like my phone's getting really hot. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. We should be able to take out Alexander soon, and then after that we'll be able to take out Kusai. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to do too much there. But we're going to go ahead and use Ketra's skill again. Oh, we're so close. Almost took out Alexander. Okay, so we're just going to go 1. I don't have any... I couldn't match any red gems there, so that's unfortunate. But we're able to take out Alexander there, so now we don't have any more taunt. And we're not really worried about Arlen here, because I can go ahead and dispel that. And then I'll go ahead and activate this one more time. Alright, so now Kusai is going to be next on a chopping block, if you will. 1, 2, 3. And just the gem match damage is enough to take her out, so that's good. And now there's also Najar, who's also going to have the taunt, but we're just going to systematically take him out. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I don't really need to worry about any debuffs anymore. So at this point, I'm just using Sigil for the cleanse. Okay, we'll go ahead and activate this one more time. 1, 2. I wonder if I didn't take a look, but I wonder if his Najar was awakened. Right. 1, 2, 3. And because we have a heal block on him, he will not be able to recover. Heal block is really useful in arena fights, especially if the team that you're up against depends on using heals. It's really effective. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, we got this. It's just a matter of time. Okay, we'll go ahead and use heal block. Get rid of. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Now we just need to take care of Guinevere. Okay, and so we're going to do this. I'm actually going to let's see. So she's got heal block on, so she can't do anything. That's good. just don't quite have enough damage. 1, 2, 3. Activate 1, 2, 3. There you go, and that's the second one down. Although this one's took a little bit longer because it was a little bit more difficult, but we were able to take it down without too much issues. All right, so that's that. I guess, like, you know, I've showcased everything I wanted to showcase, and you know, main thing is with the Rift, you want to make sure that you are focused on getting Moon Forest daily, right? Because you're going to be needing that every single day. And then if you want to do early awakening, it's better to just do earlier battles. You're more likely to get the small dust which you need. And I would highly recommend for the green one, if you have Vigo, you should definitely go ahead and awaken Vigo first. He's just going to be that much more. He's one of the best green epic units to use. So definitely one that a lot of people are going to go for. And that's definitely what I'm going to go for. And then for the green Rift, it's just not too difficult if you can bring in a hero that will take away the immunity or the invincible status. Okay, so we'll do one more fight, and then that's going to be it for me for this episode here. Thanks for joining me for the stream. That's kind of like an impromptu thing, but I kind of like the idea of, like, you know, just doing a, like, I like the styles where videos I can do you know, offline are for specific topics, meant to be short and sweet, and then you can get what you need and be done with it. I like the streams where I can chat and just like do multiple different things. We can, you know, we can talk about different topics, and it's just, you know, a free form playing, where if there's topics you want to discuss, you know, questions you have, I can try and answer live as well. King Dragon, yeah, thanks for joining. This is going to be my last fight before I sign off, and thanks for joining again. And I think this time works for more people also, and you know, it works out well, so I'm glad I can do this. And fortunately we didn't get a dust here, but we got a dummy. Okay, so that's gonna be it for me for this stream, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me again. I'll try and be on more regularly, like on a weekly basis, but do keep an eye out for the offline videos I'm going to be posting in both my own channel as well as the official Discord server, and also on my Discord server. Lots of places to access